Welcome to Sparkifier 101. At some point, you might need to add custom 3D models to your Bonfire game. In Bonfire, we use the Sparkifier tool to convert 3D objects, whether existing models or ones you've freshly created in 3D modeling software like Blender. But Sparkifier isn't limited to just 3D objects. You can also convert your UI elements, sound effects, background music, and more into sparks. That's why it's called the Sparkifier. Now, let's try creating an entity spark. In Sparkifier, on the left side of the window, click on New Spark. A window will pop up that lets you choose what type of spark you want to create. There are 4 types of sparks we can create at the moment. For now, let's create an entity spark. An entity spark is an interactive 3D object, such as houses, walls, or tables, that can be placed in the world and anchored to a physical space. This is the most commonly used type of spark. Go ahead and click on Entity. Notice in the lower left where it now says sparks.entities.entity. This verifies that we are in entity creation mode. Let's find a 3D model we want to sparkify. I'll head over to Sketchfab and search for Chicken Warrior. Let's use this legendary Chicken Warrior by Jungle Gym. Click on Download and select the GLB file format. As of now, Sparkifier only supports GLB and GLTF files. We're working on supporting a wider range of 3D object formats, so stay tuned. Once we have the GLB file, let's head back to Sparkifier and import it. Go to Loaded Actor File Path and click the Browse button. Locate the GLB file we downloaded and click Choose. Lastly, let's assign a spark name for it. We'll call it Chicken Warrior. Once everything is set, go to the lower left side of the window and click Build Spark. Now, let's test it in Bonfire Builder. I'll create a new book for demonstration purposes. Head over to the top right part of the Spark browser panel and click the plus button. Then, click Import and locate our Chicken Warrior Spark. Our newly added Spark should now be in the My Sparks folder under Sparks. Let's drag and drop our Chicken Warrior into the map editor. Awesome! As you can see, even the animations are carried over. Let's do a quick test to double-check if the animations are working. Click on the Chicken Warrior Spark, and in the Behaviors panel, go to the Effects dropdown, select Animation Play, and click the plus icon. We'll also need to add a debug node. Go to Modifiers, select Debug, and click the plus icon. Connect the nodes, hit play, and choose an animation. Let's say Attack. Then click the Trigger button in the Debug modifier. Awesome! I hope you were able to follow along and replicate the process of sparkifying an entity from start to finish. As you've seen, it's easy to add custom 3D objects, even with their animations included, which can be a bit challenging and time-consuming on other game development platforms. Until then, see you in the next tutorial video. Bye!